Brainfluence by Roger Dooley is a great book to learn psychological aspects about customers. There are many valuable components that can be learned from the reading. The book explains that people exhibit a pain when purchasing products or services. Consumers compare to products and set up pricing anchors for products and use various techniques to gain customers. One way is to offer a larger product at a premium price and a medium product at a lesser but close to premium price so that the consumer will think that they are getting a good deal. Dooley explains that using decoys within the markets also helps boost revenues and works by offering a couple mediocre products at a price and a nicer product at the same price to sell the chosen products. Wine markets often offer wines that do not taste any different, but one bottle will be $100 and the next will be $10, and the consumer cannot tell a difference but will pay the higher price just for the psychological effects that they are drinking a more prestigious wine. The prices themselves can influence purchases as well. It is more unlikely that someone will buy an item that is an odd number and not at a round even number. We have all seen this at retailers and it is shown to be effective. The uses of decimals are also ineffective and can be more effective if we just use a whole dollar amount. Supermarkets have learned that cutting down choices can boost sales as well to the consumers not having to think and analyze a bunch of products. When a salesperson is present to explain products of a large brand variety, they can focus on one product and push it and try to sell it to the consumer. Some brands use scent to help boost sales and influence customers. The memory that a customer gains from a certain place, like Abercrombie and Fitch, when they pass by or enter the store and it smells like the cologne Fierce, and they can associate that with the brand and it'll bring their memorized sales. I guess it'll fire them off and they will be able to have more appeal toward the brand. Places like bakeries and grocery stores use these scents to pump in the air to persuade customers to buy certain items like chocolate or bread. The stores use the smell are actually not being produced at the moment and made in the store at the same time. Christopher White explains that this could be viewed as manipulating the customers. I personally think that it is genius and every customer has a choice to purchase something or not to purchase something. Some companies use sound to help consumers relate to their brand or services. I have been in many stores like PacSun where they play alternate music and hip hop so that people get a sense of their brand and it's more of a lifestyle than just clothing. Research done by Richard Yalch and Eric Spragenberg reveals that fast-paced music can also increase a customer's mood and influence them to purchase more. I believe that all stores shouldn't do this, but most clothing retailers can use this to their advantage. Brand recognition is also a heavily influencing factor upon consumers. Dooley states that the power of strong brands even overpowers our senses. I believe this is true because I've done some experimenting and had a customer taste one product blindfolded, but whenever they are unblindfolded, they will choose the other product just because of brand recognition. And if one brand is more familiar to someone, the likability of the product will increase. I agree with the book, and the brands do not build themselves, it takes people. It is no doubt that many people choose large brands, and also these large brands use enemies to enhance their image as well as destroy the image of the other people to bring more consumers to their side. We as users want a sense of belonging, and our brains register that, and it helps us to buy these products. Rewarding users that show brand loyalty is a great way to make the customer feel appreciated, and I agree with the book that this is done commonly and effectively. I personally will only travel on Southwest because I get rewarded for my travels and it gives me a feeling of belonging. I like the idea that companies use images such as babies and women to bring in consumers as well. I think good handshake, touching, massaging, speaking into the right ear of the consumer, smiling, offering beverages and snacks, and presenting information confidently also can enhance the experience in the customers. I believe that companies that use contests, explained in the book, can gain revenue and consumer confidence as well, and brand loyalty. So basically the book uses the brain influence for helping purchasing products to the consumer and us as employees and employers to bring in people to our brands that we want and use. So I think the book is very effective and has allowed me to gain very insightful information on this subject.